We
Just
do
know that.
always blame Mike, and it's
We
usually
always
his
blame Mike.
fault. But the last two shows on YouTube have been my fault, and I will own up
And
to it.
today it's my fault. Ha ha ha. Or technology. Technology.
That's why
For
we need
those
a
of you,
production crew.
well, I mean, for all the wonderful people who are joining us on the Blog Talk space, you can also go ahead to facebook.com/DeLetteMikeTalk and click on the link that is posted in the I guess was it the timeline, and you can watch us. You can watch us uh, as we perform or as this broadcasts live.
If you
Go
want to see
do that
our
now.
faces.
Yes, and the crystal.
Yeah.
Ha 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 ha. Okay, so crystals, they are magical things, but they're not. I mean, they're minerals. We call them crystals because of the crystalline form in which they take. Arlette has mentioned that each crystal has its, I guess, it has its traits. It has a characteristic about it, and how it's all very fun. Crystals are very fun. They're fun things.
Hmm.
Hear that? That was the sound of love. Um, yeah, there are ones that are that have their program, and then there are ones that you can program to do what you want to do. You can use some for pendulums. You can use them for conjurations or conjuring. You can use them for geometric patterns. There's a host of different applications with these crystals, and understanding them all. It's so exciting. It's so fun. There's like health wheels that you can build with crystals. You can create etherical vortexes with these crystals. You can banish malevolent entities with crystals. Understand that each crystal has a frequency. Um, each crystal, I mean, everything vibrates. Everything vibrates at a certain pace, whatever, or a certain frequency. Each crystal has its very specific frequency, and that frequency affects your frequency, i.e., your electromagnetic field, and it charges it, or it sends an impulse, um, and influences your field to attract what you are capable of attracting, all on your own. It just helps to boost such things. What are you doing over here?
What?
Just some crazy life things have happened. Um,
You're on the air, Mike.
oh, are we live?
Yeah. Say hello.
I let my face isn't on. I don't have my face on.
I know. I don't either.
I don't have my face on, Arlette. Okay. I'm joshing. Um, crystals. You can wear them. Well, it's funny. A lot of people don't really um, understand how applicable crystals are. They have the capacity of storing information. Um, both because it's really all energy. Many of you don't even realize, but majority of the devices that we use today have crystals in them. Boop, boop, boop. Um, silicon. That is a type of crystal that is used in most microprocessors, most computer chips. The very first radio was used with a quartz crystal. And some foil and some copper wire and a tube. You can make one. I can show you how, or I can just direct you to the plethora of videos on YouTube that shows you how to create a shortwave radio. So each crystal also puts out a specific voltage. Isn't that fun? Like our bodies, we put out voltages. Each crystal has its own voltage, i.e., its vibrational frequency, whatever. And try this. Try this, test it out. I haven't tried it. I've only done the research on it. But you take a little quartz crystal about this size. I don't have any quartz crystal. I don't have type of quartz crystal that I'm actually speaking about.
I don't have any of those either, but they pretty much look like shards of glass. Imagine ice, like from Antarctica, and breaking a piece off. They're kind of long, thick pieces that look like broken glass. It's actually pretty, very pretty.
Yeah, the crystals are amazingly wonderful things, and there are different types of quartz crystal, which I'll get into when I pull up my golden Lumeria. But test this out. Take a piece of quartz crystal about this size, wrap some copper wire around it, coil it up, and create two different ends. It's going to be your positive and negative charges. And you ultimately can charge. I mean, you can charge a battery with a little AA, AAA battery. You can charge a battery with the quartz crystal. Isn't that fun? Isn't that fun? Now that I've never actually, per se, I don't actually use crystals for healing. I usually use them for meditations and I guess to give my body a boost. With this. So this piece of wonderful awesomeness, Hewlett is fucking amazing.
That's huge.
It is. It's one. No. If anything, I'm undercompensating. If anything, about undercompensating. This is a selenite wand, and selenite. Oh, it feels so great. I haven't held it in a while. It feels really good. This one crystal is used for charging your other crystals. It is comparable to sodium. It's a type of sodium. What is it? But it's comparable to sodium. So be wary in how you charge it. We'll talk about charging in a few moments. A crystal like this is what I use for charging up my other crystals and just waving it across my body, just to charge me up, make me feel good. It breaks off really easy, so I prefer if you're looking to buy some crystals, buy one that is smooth, that has been smoothed out, so you don't get a selenite splinter. In our last show, we spoke about chakras, and I think I mentioned something about using crystals to charge up your chakras. Fortunately, I don't have all my crystals with me. It's really dumb.
I don't have all mine either.
What? Do you have any with you right now?
I have tons. You want to see? I'll show you.
Yes, I want to see them.
Keep them in this cup. Let's see. That's pretty. Ooh, you hear that noise? Wow. Let me pull them out. Can't take them all out, but geez. Oh, here's some. So I was still looking up most of these because I bought them probably a month ago now, so I'm not some crystal whiz or anything. So let me take a look here.
Not yet.
One I believe is a clear quartz. So this is, I believe, different than the one Michael was talking about earlier, right?
No, it wasn't. Clear. It's quartz. Quartz is quartz, and then you have rosy quartz. Then you have smoky quartz. Then you have rose quartz. Did I say rose quartz?
Right.
Then you have the Big Daddy, which I'm going to pull out shortly, called Golden Lemuria.
This one's the
There
rose
are
quartz,
there's
by the way.
Oh, that's rose quartz. It's
Yeah,
pink.
it's just very light pink, but
Yes.
yeah, it's rose quartz.
Okay.
And
Okay.
let's see. Let me look at my list here. I'm cheating, you guys. I'm definitely looking at something to guide me. Let's see. Where did that other one go?
So, if I haven't already, what? Which one is that?
I think this is a tiger eye, right?
That's what it looks like.
Yes, indeed.
Full protection from negative energy.
There's also, this is amethyst. It's also clear looking, but it's obviously purple because amethyst is purple.
It's my birthstone. I
Is
use it for, yeah, I sleep with it sometimes on my crown chakra.
Nice.
And I have wonderful, interesting dreams sometimes with it.
Very nice.
Meditation sessions.
I don't use mine with meditation too much. At least I haven't yet. I'm still making my way around them. It's definitely the early stages, but I do carry them around for protection. Not these that I was showing you. I have some in my car that I use for protection, and those few I knew a little bit more about them, so that's why I had selected those.
You know, the big one, well, you know, it really depends on how you resonate with each crystal. I know that black tourmaline.
I might have
I don't have one, but black tourmaline, black velvet tourmaline, is actually really good for protection. It also is good for counteracting the
got a few black.
RMF.
Is it kind of glassy, or is it more of a solid black?
It's solid black.
Okay, so there's this one, which is possibly it, or
That looks like it.
the
Could
long
be.
one.
Is
There's
it?
this one.
That looks like black. That looks like tourmaline. The one that you held up before, is it kind of glossy? Like, is it almost transparent? Is it kind of transparent? Because that could be obsidian.
This one is more, you could see through it more.
Then maybe obsidian.
And then I also have this spotted one. It's black and it has these grayish white spots.
Oh, I just saw that. I just saw that one. Spotted dick. I'm kidding. That's not what it is.
That's a problem. You need to go to the clinic.
Maybe they're tattoos.
Let's see. I'm trying to find it here as well. I think I found it. Sodalite. That's what that looks like. I think it was this one. I think you were right.
So, okay, yeah. So that may be black velvet tourmaline, and that is used for counteracting negative energy, it also counteracts the EMFs from your electronic devices that may sometimes throw your EMF out of sync and out of whack. So it's kind of important. If you're going to sleep with your phone next to your body, just place like a EMF blocker or neutralizer, like tourmaline or obsidian. That's another one, or onyx, also another one.
I
Counteract.
definitely have onyx.
Yeah.
I remember getting onyx.
Yes. Yes. I don't know the uses for all of them. Not all of them, but don't be calling me during my show. Where are they? Don't be calling me. I'm sorry, I just got a phone call.
I know I got
So,
a call. Like, don't you know I'm on the air?
right? What's wrong with these people? So this one that I'm holding up, this is called Rainbow Fluorite. Rainbow Fluorite comes in a couple of different colors. I chose this one because of a dream, a kind of vision, or what I saw during meditative state. And I'm looking for two others, or I'm not looking for them. I'm kind of waiting for them to find me. This one found me, or I kind of found it. I was actually fun story time. This young lady that I was courting, she is really.
I love that you use that word. You're so ancient. Oh, I was courting her. You know.
I'm bringing it back. I think courting is a sexy term, and more young men should use it if they intend to impress a young lady, but know what the word fucking means. I'm not going to tell you.
Mm-hmm.
You learn it yourself. Here's the story goes. I was courting this young lady, and she's kind of spiritually. She's spiritually. She flows, and she was telling me about some crystal stories because she went on a crystal binge once upon a time in her life, and she's showing me this crystal shop, and kind of happened upon this wonderful piece, and I picked it up, and I felt the connection right away, and waiting for its brothers. So you saw my rainbow fluorite, you saw my amethyst. So a lot of these crystals are good for connecting or reaching higher states of consciousness. Like rainbow fluorite, especially this color or this branch of it, for connecting to your past and reconnecting or connecting with your guides, if you believe in that sort of stuff. Amethyst is good for contacting those in the astral plane. So if you're wanting to connect with someone who is passed on, I mean, who's to say that it's actually them that you would actually even end up speaking with? But if you wanted to, use one of these to communicate. Not only connect with, but also be able to communicate with them. You would meditate with amethyst. Mm-hmm. Then we have angelite. That's actually what it's called. Blue angelite. And as the name kind of sells it, it is what is used to connect with the angels that follow you. Everyone, yeah, if you would, that sort of stuff. Everyone has a host of angels that follows them and helps protect and guide. They all have their individual purpose. It's really interesting. They're not angels aren't identity spirits. Like they have like they're like certain crystals where they're programmed for very specific things. They don't have what we term free will, if you believe in that sort of thing. Oh no, I dropped one. And Big Daddy. So this is a quartz crystal, but it's a very rare crystal. It's called golden Lemuria, and golden Lemuria is said to have belonged to the ancients of, you guessed it, Lemuria. Um, Lemuria, also known as Atlantis, and it is said that they have left these around. They left them around on purpose for people to find them, and like these can be used for healing and reconnecting realigning people with their path, and connecting you with your past. Like if you, depending on how you meditate with them, showing you your past, a couple of past lives that you've lived. Also, it is said that using these, depending on how far in consciousness you go, you will connect with an ancient Lemurian, maybe one of the Nakal, and they will show you, or they will answer any questions that you have, show you what Lemuria once was, and it feels really good. You'll notice what they are. You probably can't see it, but there are these ladder-like grooves, naturally developed grooves, in the golden Lemuria. For all of you who are listening, and would really, really like to see what the fuck it is that I'm talking about, or that we're talking about, it would behoove you to click on the link at my talk on Facebook and watch us. Subscribe to the channel so that you can stay up to date and know when we're posting other videos. It behoove you. Behoove.
I don't like that word.
Okay, fine. I'll stop doing it. I won't do it. I had citrine. I think I saw a citrine in your little your cup. Or that.
Which one does it look like?
It's orange. It's kind of a cloudy orange color. Or maybe that was the rainbow, not rainbow. Yeah.
Is it glittery?
I don't know what you mean by glittery. It's glossy.
Glittery. Like this one is really glittery. Let me show you.
Oh, kind of like granite.
Mm.
How granite looks in the sunlight.
No. I mean, it looks like a fairy put glitter all over your face.
Oh my gosh, no, that's not it. But that's I want to see it. 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 I want to see which one you're talking about.
See it shimmering? No, yeah.
Looks like jasper. Oh my gosh, that looks really cool.
Yeah, I love it.
Really cool.
So then there's this cloudy orangey brown looking one. I don't know if it's too light for you.
No, it's not too late. No, it looks like a jasper.
There's this one that is black and orange.
Nope.
You like my nails, by the way?
I do. They're blue. They're blue and delicious looking. You know how to take care of yours. I tell you, you know how to take care of yours. That's all I do. Maybe red jasper. I don't know.
No, you're not looking.
I see. I am looking. I'm looking.
All right, this is your last option, Mr. Air Quotes. No. No.
Oh, that looks like red jasper also.
Then it's a different kind of jasper. The only
And
other one is the tiger's eye that I told you about earlier.
yeah, yeah. If you have any questions on these crystals, so if you are interested in buying crystals, and you live in the greater Los Angeles area, there are several places for you to shop around um, when choosing a crystal. Um, let it let it pick, before you pick it up is the transfer of energy, because like I said, it has capacity to hold energy. There's so much to talk about when talking about crystals. We just kind of dilly dallied some. For you guys listening to the blog talk, I apologize. We have like 2 minutes left. Um, but if you want to watch us, I think what we have 2 more weeks left of the blog talk before going going YouTube all the way. Google on air Google Hangouts and YouTube.
Yeah, that
Okay.
sounds about right.
2 more weeks, people. 2 more weeks, and we're leaving Blog Talk. We love you, Blog Talk, but you know, our fans don't. Our fans don't. Um, but if you want to listen in more and go where I'm going with Crystal Talk, you can follow the link again on our Facebook page. Again, like us on Facebook and subscribe to the channel, and keep up to date with what we do, the stuff and things that we get into. Um, we'll be live for at least another 30 minutes on YouTube or on Air Google Hangouts. Let's do a let's do let's do our goodbyes for the live broadcast on Blog Talk Radio. If people want to keep listening, they can, of course, download the archive once the show ends, or once our 15-minute window from the time the show ends till whenever. What a 15-minute window from the time the show ends. I think that'd be 8:45. So at 8:45, you can download the archive, listen in to the last 15 minutes. Um, and then if we're still on, we may not be on Google on Air Google Hangouts. You can follow the link, watch us, or go to our YouTube channel, which is our Let Mike Talk, and watch the video. But thank you for tuning in via Blog Talk Radio. We appreciate your loyalty. I am Michael Marcel.
I'm Marlette Yusuf.
Buzzing. Thanks for tuning in, and we're gonna go back to so like I was saying earlier before I went on a tangent. Sorry about the tangent.
You definitely did, and I'm glad you're aware of that.
Oh yeah, I'm a super conscious motherfucker. So crystals have the capacity of storing energy and information. Like this golden Lumeria is said to have the life force, or I guess the soul stamp of a Lumerian, which is why you connect with the Lumerian when using this in meditation. It's used in our computers. It's used in processors. It's used in the CD drives. It's a thin crystal layer that's used. Where else can we find crystals? There's so many places. There's so many places, but I can only tell you like two.
I mean, you can even purchase crystals online if you don't have anything near you. That's always an option. One thing
Yes.
about any purchase, any crystal, anything at all, like you have to cleanse them still. After you receive them, you have to cleanse them because, especially like in most spiritual stores and everything, the crystals are all just in bins and everyone just grabs and sometimes they'll put them back and all that. And it's all transfer of energy. And so there's two ways that you can cleanse them. One is sage spray, which is literally a liquid form of sage. Another way is to burn sage and wave the sage over and around them, and do that a few times, and uh, that should cleanse them for you. And it's very important. Like even for me, for example, I went and I purchased all of these healing crystals. What I did, I didn't read any of uh, the cards on them at all. I just looked and I felt, and whatever felt right for me, whatever really uh, sent me some kind of energy, I kept it. I put it aside. And then after I was done thinking through every single one of them, I went back and I matched them up to each bin, and I read the information part on them and learned about them. Some of them I still put back. There's probably, I don't know, um, four or five that after I read about them, even though they felt a certain way to me, after I read about them, I decided, you know what, no, I don't need that. So do what you feel. That's what crystals are about. They will gravitate towards you if they're supposed to be with you, and that's the truth. Um,
Those
I've
ones,
heard.
well, the ones. Sorry, go ahead.
Hmm? Go ahead.
I was no, I thought there was a space, and I was gonna add to, but you're still going. Go. You're still going. Go.
So crystals, crystals find a way to come to you just as you're finding a way to come to them. So for me to have been in that store and to have been consciously like, okay, I'm gonna go buy crystals. Um, there were already crystals that were there that were for me, and I didn't know yet. And that's pretty much how they work. And crystals have a tendency to disappear. And I've had a couple of friends tell me some interesting stories about some of their crystals just disappearing on them, whether it was one crystal that they used as one specific thing, whether it's protection or healing or whatever the case may be, and then all of a sudden it just was gone. And then I had another friend that was she had a whole bag of crystals, and people would come over and she would let them pick whatever they felt was right for them. And she still had a lot left over. She had put them aside where she always puts them. They were gone. They disappeared. And she did not find them for the longest time. And then all of a sudden they reappear and they're right back where she always puts them. But she had nobody over. She didn't move them and move them back. They just were gone, and then they reappeared. And crystals have a tendency to do that. It's when their purpose has been served that they move on to serve a purpose with something or someone else. And I know that sounds pretty crazy. It really is a lot to digest, but it's very true. And so I feel like all of these that I've purchased thus far, because I'm still learning about them, and because I got some for protection, and I got some for healing, and I got some for just all kinds of different things. The ones that I separated and put in my car, I felt that it was necessary to put them there. But the ones here, I'm still sifting through them, and they all have some sort of meaning. And maybe I'm wrong. Maybe I don't truly need every single one of them, but maybe I'm right, and maybe that's why I grabbed as many as I did. But sure enough, the ones that are supposed to stay will stay, and the ones that are going to disappear, that's out of my hands. They're just going to disappear. And I know, again, it sounds crazy, but once you actually get crystals and you experience them and all of that, you'll get it, because then when it does disappear, you'll be like, you know what, I heard about that. Or if something gravitates towards you, and then you happen to learn about that particular stone, and you see that it is so suitable and so fitting for your needs or your pains or your anything, it'll be like a light bulb going off as well.
Yes. 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 Um, Piggybacking on Arlette, um,
You're too heavy.
on top of Huh?
You're too heavy.
What? I'm too heavy?
Yeah, you're piggybacking on me. You're too heavy.
Okay, fine. I'm playing Hop Frog, and I'm hopping over Arlette. Along with smoking out your crystals to cleanse them, you can also you can also you can one charge them and cleanse them using sunlight or moonlight. You can also the way that I use is using salt water, but you can't use salt water as iodized salt water uh, or sea salt. I mean, it's iodized. But, iodized salt water. You keep it in this bowl of salt water for 8 hours, preferably in direct sunlight, so that it charges as it is being cleansed. It is important to cleanse every crystal that you get. Yes, you can buy crystals online, but it's recommended that you actually feel the crystal and resonate with it before you actually purchase it.
Yes.
Because this one I purchased because I connected with it. It was a really strange connection. It cost me a lot of money, more money than I ever intended on spending on a crystal. This was more than this. Ridiculous. But for the purpose, for its purposes, it was only a $10 difference. Believe it or not, this was relatively cheap. Selenite is actually really cheap. The Angelite, also pretty cheap. Amethyst, also very cheap. We're talking about like $10, $15. That's cheap to make for some reason. Yeah. Um, Programming. So the type of crystals that allow you to program them, you program them for whatever purpose that you want, whether that be for transmutating negative energy, for boosting productivity, for boosting good feelings, for um, uh, manifesting the positive thoughts that you produce in your brain head. Um, you want to cleanse your crystal, you want to purify it, and you want to clear your thoughts in your head. You want to breathe some, clear out that air, and then you want to visualize your intent. Take your crystal, visualize your intent, rub your crystal, heat it up. Ooh, wow, that's weird. It's a good feeling. Haven't done this with this. And you push the thought into the crystal, and you do it. Well, okay, I'm not going to do it with that because, well, the ones that are programmable. There are ones that are programmable, and then there are ones that are not. Usually, quartz crystal, the clear quartz crystal are programmable. Um, but I was being taken to a magical place, really strange. Never done it with that, but take it in your hand, you rub it. You don't have to rub it; you can just hold it tightly and project your intent into the crystal until you have made an agreement or a connection with the crystal, and it has accepted programming. Once it's done, if it's for someone, give it to that someone who needs it. If it's for you, be wary in who touches it, because if that person needs a cleansing, their field, it will absorb it and store it in its wonderful matrix. So you cleanse it. Wow.
Michael,
Yeah.
question.
Yeah.
How do you know when it's fully
Yeah.
charged?
It's a. How do you know when the crystal is charged? Like with
When it's
sunlight, or when you
once
or when you
once you're projecting your intent, how do you know, okay, it's done?
you feel it. You feel it. Part of getting to a space where you've cleared your thoughts and what's on your mind is your intent for that crystal, and you're rubbing it or you're holding it, you're feeling that intent go into the crystal, you're kind of making a connection, like indirectly and directly, because again, the crystal has its own field that is connecting with yours, and when you're putting your mind in the state to connect with it, you'll feel it. You'll feel when it's ready. You'll feel when it has been accepted. Like I had to put this down when I was doing that, because I was going someplace. I was feeling things I had never felt with that crystal before. I've never done that with that crystal, and that's why it was really strange.
Take me with you.
Guess who's doing that tonight? Or whenever I do it, it's gonna happen. It's gonna be awesome. Fun lore regarding crystals. The Earth's history, all of the Earth's history, is said to be stored in a crystal, like these crystal obelisks, and it's tied with the Akashic records. For those of you who don't know what that is basically the record of the Earth, and that information is stored in there. And we have a watcher in this plane, this field. It's really cool. It's really cool stuff. That watches over and has access to these records and this information. There's a fellow by the name of what's his name? Drunvalo Melchizedek. He has a book called The Serpent of Light, and he talks about his adventure with. Oh no, I'm sorry. It's in the Sacred Flower of Life. I think the second volume. He goes into talking about his adventure with the individuals over the order that watches over the Akashic records. But it's worth a read. It's fun. It's an adventure. Read all about that adventure. But there's history surrounding crystals. There are ancient pyramids in Egypt, and along the ancient path of the Nile, where complete altars made of crystal. Some of the pyramids of Giza, is believed that there was an outer coating of a type of crystal. Crystals are conductive of electricity, hence the fact of you being able to charge a battery with it. So many applications for crystals. So many applications. If you ever get the chance to visit there are these caves in Mexico with these massive rods just shooting throughout all over the place, quartz crystal. It is a very spiritual place, and everyone that seems to go there tends to come back refreshed spiritually. It's worth it. Worth the trip. Oh no, that's the end of Blog Talk. We can say goodbye to those people. I'm not sad. I'm not sad, Arlette. Are you?
About Blog Talk?
Are you sad?
Why would I be sad about Blog Talk?
Why wouldn't you be sad?
You know, it is kind of where we started, but we gotta move on. Right?
Yeah.
Move on.
I'll move on. I'll be alright. I'll be alright. If you guys... Oh!
What's that?
We only touched briefly with the grids with crystals. Arlette, you have a bunch of crystals, and you can make yourself a little grid
Yes.
With your crystals.
Yes,
Yeah.
but I'm still definitely learning.
Yeah.
Definitely.
It's a lot of fun.
Ooh,
Yeah.
maybe we can play with our crystals like tomorrow or the next day. That would be fun.
Oh my gosh, I'm so going to be in Vegas. We can so do it. I don't know if I was going. I didn't think I was going to bring my crystal. But I'm so totally going to do it now. It's so
Okay.
happening. Gosh, yeah.
Fun.
Yeah.
Mine are all little though. If you notice, like they're
Doesn't
all
matter.
like
I mean, yes, the
yours
larger
are
crystal,
ginormous.
the more charge that it emits, of course. But they still give at least a 4-volt charge,
Mhm.
maybe.
Mhm.
Um, Also, FYI, you don't need crystals to achieve any higher states of consciousness or being, or the healing crystals that are used for healing. You don't need them.
They're a tool.
They are a tool to assist you getting to that place, but you are fully capable of getting to those places all on your own. The selenite wand that helps for charging the rest of my crystals. I wanted to charge the rest of my crystals. I just waved my hands over for a given amount of time.
See, and for
And charge.
me, meditation has been definitely my my awakening and my healing and my everything. And crystals are definitely something new I'm trying, and I think they're wonderful. I think they're a great idea. But for me to be more on the meditation side of things, even when I go through a dry spell, I haven't meditated in a long time, to be honest with you. But when I was meditating every single day, I remember this was when I was in LA, Michael. I would take my lunch break, and there was this courtyard that was just gorgeous and just very peaceful. I would sit there for like 30 minutes every day on my lunch and just meditate. And that was so soothing to me and so relieving. And just like, I really felt like I could conquer the world, just in that, just being in that peaceful place and being able to do that. Crystals could definitely still take you there. I just don't know that yet. I have not experienced it yet. But I just started, I just got these, like I said, a month ago. And, I'm still getting acquainted, and they are definitely a good tool. One of my close friends, she swears by crystals. I mean, she does not leave the house with one particular crystal, and anytime she does, she feels like she's kind of in a rut that day.
That's a handicap.
Yes, it is, and she's aware of that, and so she's in therapy and stuff. Like, she helps people. She's a therapist, so
Okay.
so there's a lot of energies with that, and the stone, the crystal she always takes with her is to protect her from all of that negativity and all that depression and all of that, everything that those clients are feeling, and anytime she forgets it, it's a bit challenging for her, but she learned to cope with it. And so occasionally when she forgets it, she's not as freaked out anymore as she used to be, because she has other ways of protecting herself from all of that. Because especially with a job like that, it is very draining, mentally, emotionally, spiritually, because you are helping people, and a lot of these people are in a very dark place, and so I understand why she feels like she needs her protection crystal all the time, but she's definitely learning to be able to protect herself without it. So you're right, Michael. It is a handicap. Just like we all use other things as handicaps. But the thing is, you become aware, and I don't want to steer your pores. Um, you recognize that it's a handicap, and you can try to evolve and move forward with it, and not allow it to be a handicap anymore.
Here's a tip. Here's a tip in moving. I'm having a gasm because I keep, like, I'm really feeling them now. It's really ridiculous. They're really going at it with me.
That's like he's on drugs, huh? Like, he's like, yeah, man, I'm feeling it now, dude. Feels so good, man.
Well, here's
Eyes are rolling back.
here's a fun tip. Practice becoming sensitive to its vibration, to how it makes you feel. Okay, and the more you become aware of it, mimic that vibration. Essentially, mimic that vibration. Like right now, I feel it, and my arms are tingling. So the next time you're meditating, recall that feeling. Recall what it is that you felt when you were holding the crystal, how your whole body felt, the tingles, the twitches, the jitters, and recreate that. Imagine, or like feel it. Create the emotion, create that feeling. And ultimately what you're doing is raising your vibrational frequency to that of what it was when you were meditating with the crystals. Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
That's my fun tip for you to break away from the handicap. They're so much fun. They're great tools. They are great tools. Wow.
What, Mike?
I didn't have any plans on using these to meditate this evening. But it just.
But now you will.
It feels so crazy, and I want to go wherever I want to go where this is taking me, because it is. I just need to close my eyes and go. Ah, God. Here's a fun. There's a young lady. Oh, fiddlesticks! I'm trying to remember it. What I'm going to do is I'm going to look it up. But for you ladies, and maybe some of you, I guess gentlemen who enjoy this type of pleasure, there is a company that creates crystal pleasure toys.
What?
Yeah.
What?
Crystal pleasure toys. And it is crystal pleasure, joyful pleasure. I think, no, that's not it.
This is not that kind of episode, Michael.
Come now. Come now. Bada zing! I think it's called Crystal Pleasures. Crystal Pleasures. I'll let you know in a moment. Enter. We're entering. Thank you for your patience. We'll probably wrap it up from here. There's a button. No. Nope. This is. That's. No, it's not it. It's not crystal. It's not it. Crystal.
How about you find it and you put it on?
That's a lot of work. I don't want to do all that. That would be a great crystal. Chalk rubs. That's what they're called.
It would be, wouldn't it? That's hilarious.
Chalk rubs. Yes. 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 Ah!
Okay, calm down.
They're called chalk rubs, and they are made with different types of crystals for your sensual pleasure. This is really a lot for me. Ow!
Wow.
This moment. So, so sapphire is a crystal that's used in the new Apple Watch. It's used in cell phone displays, in casings of computers. So, like crystals, there's so many. They use them all over the place. But yeah, you know, shock rubs. Rub one out.
Oh my gosh. Really? That was not that funny. Oh my gosh. Stop! You sound like Ricky Ricardo.
All right.
Ricky Ricardo, stop.
Are we good here?
Are you? I mean, are you good?
Oh yeah, we're good here. I'm good if you're good.
Were you channeling Ricky Ricardo or something? Or
Nope.
okay.
Nope.
Okay.
So yeah, thank you guys for tuning in to the show. Remember to subscribe to our channel here at Arlette Mike Talk, and you can subscribe to my channel. Arlette has a channel.
I don't use my channel.
Okay, so we won't advertise your channel. You can subscribe to my channel.
Maybe I'll use it one day. If anyone wants me to.
Maybe we'll shoot something when I visit you in Vegas.
We're already going to. Shh.
That we're both in. Okay. Okay.
I mean, yeah, we're just gonna play some slot machines.
I don't do slots. Craps is my game. Craps is my game until I crap out. Or someone craps out for everyone playing at the table.
Don't
Yeah.
ponder too hard.
Okay, I won't. Thank you, everyone, for tuning in. Back to where we started with subscribe, subscribe.
Follow.
Check out my GoFundMe for Sanador, the pilot presentation.
No shame.
And help me sell a series.
No shame.
Yeah, I have a game. We're 25 days away from 25 days away from principal photography. We're just trying to make sure that everything runs smoothly. Get some financiers, sell a series. I'm Michael Marcel,
I'm Arlette.
and this has been another wonderful show of my talk. Tune in next week, where we'll talk about talk more about shock rods. Maybe
No.
you're into that sort of thing.
No. No. Mm-mm.
Okay. Goodbye.